You know, I love how folks, you know, it's just one of those things. Like after you lose, even after you win, you gotta take it in, move forward. You know what I mean? Because we can sit, in the shit, or we can get out of it. We can bottle it all up, and we can put that into what we need to do to right the ship. We got in-house replacements for what we have. We're just not rotating our cornerbacks. We're not even giving guys unknown commodities. The unknown commodities on our team, we're not even giving them an opportunity to play. We're not giving Rasul Douglas an opportunity. We gave Avonte Maddox a 5'8" cornerback free safety duties. Sidney Jones got beat by Tajay Sharp. He got beat to the inside when he was in the slot. He got beat. Okay. You get beat. It's the NFL. He's a rookie. He's in his second year, but this is his first year playing. Y'all remember he tore his Achilles. He would have went top 10. We would never even had a chance to get him. So it's good he fell to us. But Avonte Maddox slipped, but they were trying to hit Corey Davis in overtime before that play. It was just off his hand. Mariota couldn't get that. He couldn't get that in his hand. You see what I'm saying? Those type of plays, Carson Wentz makes those. You saw the pass to Alshon, right? Alshon, he dropped that. I think the sun was kind of in his eye. But it's no excuse. It's the NFL. He ain't make no excuse. That's the thing I love about Alshon. Alshon is a savage. That's his nickname. That's his nickname for me. Savage. You know what I'm saying? When I saw him, I was like, yeah, he back. He got up 17-3. I was thinking about starting to do my live reactions, but I was like, nah. Let's just sit on it. But then that's when I started getting on the team. You see what I'm saying? They started rolling. It was 3-3. We was just sitting there. No, I mean it was 7-3. We was still up, but you know, I'm like, this ain't, nah. We went down, scored, that's cool. But I'm waiting on what's next. I'm waiting on somebody to pop something. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on one of them splash plays. Alshon did it for us. I thought that would be the trigger. That's what made me start jumping on my camera. I was like, all right, cool, boom, I'm going to do it now. My phone charged up, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? I'm going to give them a live reaction of me watching the game. You know what I mean? But we don't hang our head. The players don't need to, what the hell is that? The players don't need to be caught up in themselves. Not too much. Because I think our O-line fat and happy. I think we fat and happy that we got Jason Peters back. I think that quad still bothering him. Ain't no think. I know that. I know having Malcolm Jenkins right now up there in that linebacker role. And then you got Corey Graham back there. You got Corey Graham trying to play Ronnie McLeod position. That ain't happening. You know, man, give somebody a look. Activate Trey Sullivan from the practice squad. Activate Jordan Mailata, offensive tackle. Activate him. Dress him out. Because if JP can't go, throw Mailata over there. Let's see what he can do with our first unit. If it's that bad, if we can't run to the left, if when we run to the left, we get a penalty all the time. We were pounding them boys with that rock. We was pounding them. But you only give Ajayi 15 touches. Ajayi ain't no punk. That's something y'all got to understand about him. The way he is built for this. You know what I mean? They was getting out the way. They was not trying to go head up with Ajayi when he was coming through there. Hell, they ain't even want none of Smallwood. Let's keep it 100. They did not even want none of Smallwood. They was trying to rip that ball out of Smallwood's hands. They was thinking he was flimsy with that ball. He wasn't. Carson put the ball on the ground. But Lane Johnson, kudos to y'all pass rushers, Tennessee. Y'all was bringing the heat, but y'all continue to blitz. You know what I mean? Mike Vrabel, he had y'all boys ready to play. I know he's not the defensive coordinator, but I know y'all head coach. Y'all don't really pop up on our radar a lot. I mean, how can you? You an AFC opponent. We don't play an AFC team every single year. You know what I mean? They kind of rotate those conferences. Y'all know how it go with the scheduling. But yeah, you know, Ron Darby didn't want no smoke with Derrick Henry. Man, how could you though? I mean, a 250-pound back. Hey, you ain't trying to meet him in the alley. You ain't trying to go one-on-one with him. Shit, you ain't trying to tackle him. Ron Darby was just standing up. I'm like, dog, what you doing with that? What you doing with him? At least grab him by the waist and try to hold him for a second. Come on now. Hold him till help come. It was always a D lineman or a linebacker that made contact first to bring Henry down. Hell, Deion Lewis, same thing. Jordan Hicks. Jordan Hicks missed the key tackle on him. Missed the key tackle. Every time we missed the tackle, y'all were getting extra yak that shouldn't have been happening. We're normally sure tacklers. That's what I said against the Colts last week, because they wanted to spread us out and hit us with the quick passing game. Y'all was hitting us with those double moves. Jalen Mills wasn't reading his keys. Jalen Mills, Corey Graham, you let Tywan Taylor run right by you, bro. You let him run right by you. See what I'm saying? Y'all giving these guys free releases off the line. They can get into what they trying to get to, wherever they trying to go on the field. Hell, you ain't touching me. You ain't in front of me. I ain't got to get up on your toes. I ain't got to do none of that. All I got to do is just, hey, I'm finna run my route. I'm running my route. And Jalen Mills always bite. Darby, he had the pass interference that was called back. He kind of grazed the guy's helmet. You know what I mean? I guess the refs was letting things go. They was letting certain things go. I don't know if the Titans fans was yelling, go for the leg with Carson. But we don't play them type of games. We don't play them type of games. So whichever fans that was yelling that, we looking into that. We looking into that. Be aware of that, Eagles Nation. Be aware of that. Folks might be trying to go and knock Carson out the game. They knock Carson out the game like that. You know, Carson is a good dude. He's a good human being outside of a football player. So you do that to him, it's consequences. We don't take those games lightly, especially when it's targeting. It need to all just be within the game flow. Within the game flow, not that all dirty. Nah, we ain't trying to do that. We don't need to be about that. That's the NFL trying to outlaw that. Y'all understand all the penalties? Come on now. But, I mean, linebackers wasn't really making a lot of plays for me. Nigel Bradham, Camus came up. He made a key stop on, I believe it was third down, like 3rd and 4, first half. You know, but y'all guys don't get paid to be pedestrian. The expectations out of y'all are not mediocrity. It's not, oh, we good. We'll flip a switch. I thought the switch was flipped when it was 17-3 in the third quarter. When Alshon almost got a penalty because he was about to take his helmet off, I believe. But then he stopped himself. That's how he play. We should have went right back to big body when we got back to the red zone. Why are we getting to the red zone and we getting pass happy? We need to run the ball. You notice every time we tried to set up a screen or we tried to do a bootleg with Carson, roll him on out the pocket, hit something down the field, intermediate route, try to break it open, 15, 20 yards, something like that, get a splash play on their defense. They were very sound in what the hell they were doing. They were very sound. They schemed us up. That's coaching as well as execution. That's on the players. And our defense is to the point of this. Jordan Hicks has every call that he can make. He has every call that he can make. He's not working with the same personnel, though. I know that. He's not working with the same personnel. But the thing is, if they see something out on the field, guess what they can do? They can check to it themselves. But the way Jim tells them to play, that's the DC. He's in charge of the defense. I don't think Doug Peterson really looks over his shoulder and be like, hey, man, I need them corners up. I need them corners pressing, man. You know what I mean? Come on. I need them corners pressing. I don't need them sitting back like they got 4.2 speed. Like, oh, man, it don't matter where the ball go. I'm going to break it up anyway. You don't have a Casey Hayward on your team. You don't have a Jalen Ramsey on your team. You don't have an A.J. Bouye on your team. Hell, you don't have a Joe Hayden on your team. Joe Hayden, at least tackle and stuff. He's solid. He's solid for the Steelers, man. I'm just saying, like, you know, T.J. Ward, probably bring him in, work him out, something. We gotta take a look at that. And I know they gonna take a look at it. I mean, we trying to repeat. Which I think it's only 8 teams in the history of 100 years that the NFL has been going on that a team has repeated. We're trying to be the 9th. That puts us in the historic category. That sets up the dynasty, Philadelphia. That sets up the dynasty for us. It's still ahead of us. Ain't nothing changed. We at 2-2. We ain't gonna cry about it. We gonna be about it. We gonna be about it. We ain't gonna cry about it. You see any tears on my face? You see any tears on my face? Probably a little tired because I've been doing my schoolwork. I go to school, architectural engineering. But at the same time, it's this. It's time to go 10-2 the rest of the way. Regular season. Be one of the last teams standing when the smoke clear. Vikings smell blood. They smell blood in the water. They smell blood in the water. We coming after them. We coming after them. When they roll into Philly, it's gonna be on. It's gonna be a knockdown, drag out type game. It's gonna be one of them. It's gonna be one of them. I expect probably a lot of penalties though. I expect a lot of penalties in this game. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't no love lost between us. But we gonna get into them. We gonna start getting up into them tomorrow. Yeah. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing gonna change but that record. It's time to roll. So we gonna sit in it right now. That sour taste don't taste good. It ain't good. It don't taste good. We'll get it out on Sunday. I think we the America's game of the week. 325, 425, whatever. Yeah.